Everyone experiences failure. It's a natural part of life. No one is immune. From the first steps we take as toddlers to the ambitious goals we set as adults, we encounter setbacks. These setbacks can be small or large, personal or professional, but they all share one thing in common. They challenge us. They test our limits and force us to confront our own limitations. But, and this is crucial, they do not define us. Think about a time you learned to ride a bike. Remember the wobbly wheels, the scraped knees, the feeling of frustration? But then, remember the exhilaration of finally finding your balance, of feeling the wind in your hair as you rode freely? Failure is like that. It's an inevitable part of the learning process. It's in those moments of falling and getting back up that we truly learn and grow. We often view failure as the opposite of success. But what if we shifted our perspective? What if we started to see failure not as an endpoint, but as a stepping stone? Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Embrace your failures, learn from them, and let them be the stepping stones to your ultimate success. History is full of individuals who encountered countless failures before achieving remarkable success. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." J.K. Rowling's first Harry Potter book was rejected by 12 different publishers before finding a home. Walt Disney was fired from his newspaper job because he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. Despite its universality, failure carries a heavy stigma in our society. We are often taught from a young age to fear failure, to avoid it at all costs. We are praised for our successes and judged for our shortcomings. This creates a culture of perfectionism, where individuals are afraid to take risks or step outside of their comfort zones for fear of making a mistake. This fear of failure can be paralyzing. It can prevent us from pursuing our dreams, from taking chances, from discovering our full potential. When we internalize the negative messages surrounding failure, we begin to doubt our own abilities. We become risk-averse, opting for the safety of the familiar over the uncertainty of the unknown. This fear is further compounded by the constant comparison fostered by social media. We are bombarded with images of seemingly perfect lives, flawless achievements, and effortless success. This can make our own struggles feel even more isolating and our own failures feel even more profound. But it's important to remember that these curated online personas rarely reflect the full reality. Behind every highlight reel are countless hours of hard work, setbacks, and yes, even failures. Everyone has their own unique journey, and comparing our own behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel is a recipe for self-doubt and dissatisfaction. The key to unlocking the power of failure lies in reframing our relationship with it. Instead of viewing failure as an ending, we need to start seeing it as a beginning. It's an opportunity for learning, for growth, for developing resilience and adaptability. It's a chance to course correct, to try a new approach, to refine our strategies. Embracing failure as feedback is crucial for personal and professional development. Every setback, every mistake, every failure provides valuable information. It highlights areas where we can improve, skills we need to develop, and approaches we may need to reconsider. It's through analyzing these failures that we gain the insights necessary to make more informed decisions and to ultimately achieve greater success. Think of it like this. Imagine you're baking a cake. The first time you try a new recipe, you might not get it quite right. Maybe the cake is too dry or it sinks in the middle. Do you give up baking altogether and declare yourself a failure? Of course not. You analyze what went wrong, you adjust the ingredients or the baking time, and you try again. Each attempt, whether successful or not, teaches you something new and brings you closer to baking the perfect cake. The same principle applies to all aspects of life. Every failure is an opportunity for experimentation. It's a chance to test different approaches, to gather data, and to refine our methods until we find what works. This iterative process of trying, failing, learning, and trying again is the foundation of innovation and growth. Resilience, bouncing back from setbacks. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, is not an innate trait. It's a skill that is developed over time through experience, through facing challenges and overcoming obstacles. And it's a skill that is essential for navigating the inevitable ups and downs of life. Resilient individuals possess a growth mindset. They see challenges as opportunities for learning and growth rather than as threats to their self-worth. They are able to reframe setbacks as temporary and surmountable, maintaining a belief in their ability to overcome obstacles and achieve their goals. This doesn't mean that resilient people don't experience negative emotions in the face of failure. They feel disappointment, frustration, and even sadness just like anyone else. The difference is that they don't allow these emotions to define them or to dictate their actions. They acknowledge their feelings, they allow themselves time to process, and then they refocus their energy on finding solutions and moving forward. Resilience is built upon a foundation of self-awareness. It requires an understanding of our own strengths and weaknesses, our coping mechanisms, and our triggers. By developing a deep understanding of ourselves, we can better anticipate challenges, manage our emotional responses, and bounce back more quickly from setbacks. Adaptability. Embracing change and uncertainty. In today's rapidly changing world, adaptability is no longer a nice-to-have skill, it's a necessity. The ability to adjust to new situations, to embrace change, and to pivot when necessary is crucial for both personal and professional success. Failure often forces us to confront the need for change. It highlights areas where our current approach is no longer working, where our skills are lacking, or where our assumptions are no longer valid. This can be uncomfortable, even painful, but it's also an opportunity for growth and innovation. Adaptable individuals are comfortable with uncertainty. They embrace the unknown, recognizing that change is an inherent part of life and that with change comes the potential for growth and new opportunities. They are curious, always willing to learn new things and to expand their skill set. Adaptability also requires flexibility in our thinking. It's about being open to different perspectives, being willing to challenge our own assumptions, and being able to adjust our plans as needed. This doesn't mean abandoning our goals altogether, but it does mean being open to different paths for achieving them. In conclusion, embracing failure as a part of the journey allows us to grow and become more resilient. Remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. Keep pushing forward and let your failures be the stepping stones to your success. Failure is not the end, but a new beginning. It's a powerful teacher, showing us the way forward, guiding us to become better versions of ourselves. By embracing failure, we unlock our true potential and pave the way for greater achievements. So don't fear failure. Embrace it, learn from it, and let it propel you to new heights. Your journey to success is just beginning. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and share it with others. Let's grow together.